And you know what? Honestly, if anything, I'm gonna make a compliment sandwich here, and that was the downside middle. I'm gonna make a compliment sandwich. If anything, with as much as I dislike the main subject matter in this game, it really speaks highly for the rest of it that I'm still playing it. Like, good God, this may be one of like the biggest mixed bag games I've played in years. Like it's wild. I both like really like it and really don't. It's both. It's like it's both. It's very wild. It's very wild. I will say that like I'm very glad, like we talked about yesterday, I'm very glad they're not making DLC for this game. I'm really glad the Mass Effect guys are taking another direction. Like I really hope that that they understand the issues with what they've done. It seems like they might have. So I hope that's the case. Hi girl. What's up?
Hi.
What are you reading?
Sirian's last words. Veil Jumpers had them. He must have known it was the end, one way or another.
I'm gonna find you.
Right.
I'm gonna get you. Sorry, not the time.
I don't know what to say here.
Me neither. I don't know if anyone does. He and I, we had plans together. Find the archive, the Nodasterthalin. Restore the elves. Bring them back to who they were. But now he's gone, and I wonder if the archive should go with him.
No. What would Sirian say?
What do you think Sirian would say?
He'd say no.
He told me, actually, in his letter. Or tried to, didn't really give an answer.
Well, then he didn't tell you,
Told
did
me
he?
to remember the beauty, what our people accomplished, you know, back then. But to remember the other side of it, the Evanuris, Anaris.
So he definitely wanted you to
So
keep
not much advice on which path is better.
The archive holds parts of my people, some good, some bad. That's the burden. My people's future on my shoulders.
Elizabeth Brand says, I don't know if feelings are the issue. There were emotional character story arcs in BG3 and they were fantastic and hit you in the feels that they're ending. Yes. Yes. But let's really think about this. Think about Alice. Think about think about Will. Think about Karlach. Think about every character in Baldur's Gate 3. Every one of them had non-character relationship meat. Think of Asterion. I mean, like, his entire thing with his sire and, like, the crazy power he was trying to get and all that. They put emotional human condition stories in there. But the stories weren't 90% that. They had, like, all sorts of interesting lore and interesting reveals and like Shadowheart's story, just giant mouth drop reveals. Like, they balanced the human condition stuff with good lore-based Dungeons and Dragons style writing. Baldur's Gate 3 was in every single quest that you did in Baldur's Gate 3. It wasn't just like a human condition story that you could just pick up and put in any generic RPG. Which, I hate to say it, I feel like a lot of these are. When you take out the minor Dragon Age elements, which is a lot of times are very minor, it's just like kind of a generic human condition story. And Baldur's Gate 3 didn't do that. Baldur's Gate 3, I feel like, really did thread in awesome lore with really good storytelling. And by the way, I want to, it's important that I make this clear. I understand that human condition stories are 100% some people's jam. I think games like Life is Strange are wildly popular. And honestly, I think that if you're into that kind of stuff and this is your first Dragon Age game, you'd probably love this game. Like, really. Like, if you're a Life is Strange kind of person and you like those, and you really like those types of stories that explore human relationships, and like you're not a big Dragon Age person, this game is probably like your game of the year. Let's be real. Because it's all just bubbly and human relationship and like, let's all get them together, and it's very uplifting, and like the combat's decent, the world's beautiful, the voice acting's good. So I'm fully aware that a lot of my complaining comes directly from my preferences. And the more I play it, the more I'm like, I kind of get people who are like, why there's a very vocal minority community that is saying this game is awesome and everyone needs to like get off their high horse. Because if you're into this kind of stuff, I feel like that's you know, like that's what the game. I feel like it's for you. I feel like this is for Life is Strange players, not Dragon Age fans. It's for Life is Strange enjoyers, not Dragon Age enjoyers. And I'm starting to kind of understand that more.
Having everybody look to you for the big decisions.
William Wallace says, I wouldn't say it's minority.
It can weigh you down.
Right.
This game fell off the top 100 Steam list this week. For the type of game this is, and for the fact that it's the next Dragon Age game, it's not doing well. And honestly, that makes me really, really sad. That makes me really sad. Like, because I'm personally in the boat that they learn from the public outcry of negativity from this and return to Dragon Age at a later date with a more refined vision. Like that's my dream, right? To get another Dragon Age game that is not quite like this one. So it makes me very sad to hear that. Like, I don't know, it's like a mix. Again, it's a mixed bag. I'm glad that the consumers are telling them this isn't the direction they want to go, but I'm sad that it may mean realistically we're never going to see another one. That sucks. So yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I think it's okay. And real quick before we continue, because I don't want this to be a talk show, real fast. The guy said earlier, did Mass Effect make an announcement on their changes? They didn't. But what they did do is they canceled the DLC for this game. They said they're completely focusing on Mass Effect 5. And Mike Gamble, who is one of the leaders of the Mass Effect project, was out the few days after the reviews had come out and after the big negative hubbub that this game was going on. And he said some very important things. He said things like, Mass Effect will have a more mature tone. He said things like, when people were like, why does everyone in Dragon Age look like a Disney character? He specifically responded being like, Mass Effect, we're going for a more photorealistic look. So, although there has been no official announcement, there are official people saying things that sound like they're being, that things are going a bit more the direction that people like me are hoping. Copium, of course. But, you know, again, skeptical but optimistic.
I guess if anyone knows, yeah. It's you.
Oh, no. For the record, photorealistic, I don't think he meant photorealistic like an actual picture. I think he meant photorealistic as in not looking animated. These characters are clearly Pixarified. They look like half animated characters. I think he was saying that's not what they're doing for Mass Effect. Yeah.
I just don't want to choose wrong.
Sometimes the only wrong choice is not choosing at all.
Then tell me, Rook, what would you do?
This is interesting because I feel like the wording of this makes it sound much worse than it is. Free the archive so it's safely contained, or keep the archive and risk it getting into the wrong hands. Like that's a pretty clear like good and evil thing. So I guess we're gonna do this because
you shouldn't lose sight of your past.
I don't know,
but you're not bound by it.
Don't worry, it won't matter.
Well, some of these chance to chart their own course. Free the archive.
Makes sense.
Okay, so, somebody just said, I can't wait to see the new Canary-fied version of Krogan. And it just gave me a look. I just got this image in my head of Rex, and it's like everywhere around his face is normal Rex body, but then he's just got like a normal human face. And now I need somebody to Photoshop that, please. Just like, it looks like a guy in like a Barney suit. It's like with a normal, like a Squidward handsome face on the inside. Oh, God. Oh, no.
I get it. Define ourselves by who we are.
That'd be amazing.
Not who we were. Okay, I'll free it.
When?
Good for you, Ballora.
Soon. But I need to say goodbye. To it, I mean. Is that weird?
No. You and Syrian look for it together. I can understand why it's hard to let go of.
I guess I'm saying goodbye to him too. Finally. Okay. I need some time. Alone. I'll talk to you later, Rook.
Leona, you're talking about the kittens? Yeah. Yeah, I was just wondering what is that what you're talking about, Leona? Because that was me. Yep. Chain lightning. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay. Well, right on. Heck yeah, man. Put that on, sure. Yeah, Leona, that was definitely me. Yep. Appreciate you checking. Oh, we're getting close. We're getting close. That'll be good.
Super chat. Did you see that KCD2 comes out 1 week earlier now?
I did!
Out on February the 4th. Now this is the game that starts the madness that is February
Dude, that was
2025.
so smart of them. They moved the release date of KCD2 up by a week. And they did it because they wanted to get ahead of the pack in February, and that was so smart of them. Oh my god, that was so smart of them. Like, GG, guys. Brilliant. So anyway, that means I can pretty much safely announce that we're going to start our KCD1 playthrough after PE2. Yep.
Maybe tomorrow. Swimming? Don't push your luck. You're still learning how to fly.
You two have come a long way since we met.
Yeah. And he's still just a cub.
Wait till he's a teenager.
It's all about emotion with his son. What makes him happy, what makes him sad, or afraid. He's pure that way.
Dude,
no hiding anything. He likes you, you know it. He doesn't like you, he won't hold back.
What about me?
He's taken a shine.
Yeah?
Listen, I wanted to thank you. Without your help, the Griffins would have gone extinct.
Is the KCD story good? Yeah.
You stepped up. They have a home because of you.
Eldrin and the Dalish will take good care of them. It's the best choice for the Griffins. And I bet Hassan's brothers and sisters will agree.
KCD is Kingdom Come Deliverance. We're going to be doing another
He
playthrough
says
of it
as long as there are clear skies
in
to
a few
roam,
weeks, a couple
warm
weeks,
sun to
couple of
nap,
few weeks.
and bellyfuls of food, they'll be happy.
The Griffin's word is good enough for me.
Till Tosh teaches him how to swear.
That might actually be fun. See you around.
Yeah, KCD is awesome. You can get it for very cheap now. I highly recommend it. KCD 2 is looking to be great. Kingdom Come Deliverance also has some very cool DLC. One of them, you can like manage a little mining outpost / town thing. And I haven't actually done some of the DLCs. So we're going to have to do that. Yep. Yeah, Leaf, it's and the thing is you never know if that's because like they didn't line up the snarky confirmed bad options. Like you never really know, right? That could have been as simple as a line not registering one of the three sides, or it could have been something a lot deeper. Like we don't know. No way to know. Okay, we are actually caught up here. So what we're going to do real quick is we're going to travel to just any place. And we're going to go back and see if there's anything new there. We still got some quests we can do, but we're just making sure this is all clear. Mandroid, yeah. Unfortunately, KCD is going to come before Metaphor because we don't have a time limit for Metaphor, but we do for KCD. So we're going to do KCD first and see how that goes. And actually, here's the thing, though. When I'm done with DAV, the Cozy stream is going to open up. So we may do KCD in the Cozy stream and speed that up, or maybe start Factorio again in the Cozy stream.
I tried to get one
I don't
of the
know.
Griffins.
Don't know what I'm going to do yet.
Rook.
Don't know, Chad. Don't know. We'll see. Have you missed any main story of the stream? We're doing companion quests. We're basically doing everything we can do. We're doing every single thing we can do before continuing the main story. And that's how we've been kind of doing that. Yep. How much of this is even left? I think a pretty good amount. But I have some really good news. apparently when we get to a point in the main story, we begin a sequence of events that is like the most Dragon Age that the game has in it. That's what I've been told. So I'm very excited to get to that point. Yep. And I'm very, very excited.
Hey, you up for drinks? I'm taking Ballara to the Hilt for drinks with the Lords of Fortune. You should come. Isabella's paying.
Sounds fun. I'm in.
I am always in for drinks. Let's go get some drinks. Are you gonna do the main story in the cozy? Yes. I am basically playing this game in the cozy streams until it's done. Yep. I'm not bringing Tash to her own party. I'm sorry, Tash. That's my bad. Yeah, you serious? Here I am eating breakfast from Singapore. That sounds fun. I want to go to Singapore one day. I've heard great things. Do.
Got a job for me?
Bam. How much of this game do I think is left? I have no idea.
So,
I am wrapping up
Tash
campaigning quests
pries
though.
the
So
enormous ruby out of the statue's eye socket. Except then it wakes up, and now it's real pissed that it's missing an eye.
My.
What kind of statue was this?
Big snake.
how big?
Like the size of a horse?
30 feet tall. Had the size of a wagon.
How'd you get up there?
They carved the scales. Made okay handholds.
And now we've got a giant, angry, one-eyed snake statue trying to swallow Tash whole.
Wait, how does that work? Where would they go? Did it have a stomach?
Are we still
Wait
doing
for it.
phrasing?
Best part
No?
is, while Tash is pounding that snake's nose, she's still holding the ruby in her
What?
other hand. Maker's panties, I was so proud.
Oh,
Ah, shit. They're still holding it. Sorry.
Oh, this is the
What are you
scene.
doing?
Yeah.
Pulling
yeah.
above.
This is the famous season.
Okay.
Yeah.
a barv.
Tradition in the Lords of Fortune from one of our old members, Barv. Good guy, but like most of us, his plans went sideways a lot. Bad blood among your crew's not good for morale, but there's not always time for big, drawn-out apologies. So when one of us screws up and we know we've screwed up, we do a quick 10 to put it right. Pulling a Barv. Oh, there we go.
So you either learn to make fewer mistakes, or you get gigantic muscles.
Or both. I didn't expect the Lords to care about the stuff. Me being non-binary.
Kirkwall taught me about family. If it matters to you, it matters to me. I mean, to the, Lords.
You just said it was family. Why would you
Thanks.
not?
Anyway, where was I? So, there Tash is, thigh-deep in a snake's maw and still holding the giant ruby in one hand. I yell that we'll get them out of there, and Tash just yells back, "Get up its ass! I'll meet you in the middle!"
Okay, the stomach I get, but did it really have?
Hey, who ate the last breaded cheese wand?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I guess I thought, well, I don't know what.
It's fine.
No, they're your favorite.
Say you're sorry some more. That'll fix it.
You're right. I'm pulling a
What a-
barv.
What a dick's thing to say. Wow.
1,
Wow.
2, 3.
Heart's in the right place. Form's a little sloppy, though.
Bend your knees.
So honestly, it's interesting because I was dreading getting to that scene, but I have nothing to say that I haven't already said. I have nothing to say that I haven't already said. That is, I feel like that's a perfect example of that writing that I feel is trying to say something and not deliver a good and interesting narrative or interesting stuff. Like it's it's an interesting message to send, especially like with all the controversy and stuff going in the world today, that if you misgender someone, you should do physical activities as punishment to yourself. Like that is a very strong message to send these days. Agree with it or disagree with it. Like that's a big statement to make. And it's like that's a lot for a game like this, man. That's really that's a lot for a game like this. It's a lot to put something like that in a game like this. It kind of puts a big bullseye on you. It makes it a target for bad things, and like, you know, it's just so, yeah. Semiotic says, I don't think it was meant to be taken that seriously. I think if they thought that it wouldn't be taken the way that it was, that was naive. Like, I don't know, man. It just feels so forced. It feels so forced, and it feels so fake, and it feels like that would never happen. And it's just, and when you add all that up, then it's like, well, then why would you do it? Oh, well, because they weren't doing it to be immersive and real. They were doing it to make a statement. Oh, what was the statement? And then that leads to the whole big thing. And it's just like, I just want to kill dragons, and I just want to have fun, and I just want to like enjoy the game. Like, please, man. Yeah, I don't know. It's immersion breaking. It's very immersion breaking. That's the best way to say it. It's really immersion breaking. It pulls you out of Dragon Age so much. Like, and it doesn't let you just exist in the world of Dragon Age. And it makes me sad. Because I feel like because that's why I bought Dragon Age Veilguard. To be immersed in the world of Dragon Age, not to have that, you know, like, yeah. It's just, again, it goes with everything I've already been talking about. The tone, the like how they choose to do the characters, the writing style, how it's tutorially, it's all the same thing. It's all exactly the same thing. Yep. So anyway, I mean, that, you know, I know there were people that were waiting me to get to that scene and do like some giant thing. I mean, no, there's nothing really to say that I haven't said already. It's all the same thing. Yep. It didn't deserve the hate. You're just a bigot. See, like, I'm again, a lot of what I'm talking about is the context of the scene in the game. I'm not even interjecting my own. I haven't even stated how I feel about that subject matter. The only thing we talk about here, and the only thing I am talking about here, is its position and integration into the game's tapestry and how that is done and the position that that's done. So yeah, I certainly don't mean it to come off in any way as what that subject matter is, and respecting pronoun use and everything is an entirely different discussion. And we are literally a channel that does not do politics and religion, and we stay away from that stuff. And I personally have made my views very clear, as we are a very pro everyone community. So, you know, it's just, yeah, it's just, again, we're discussing the game. And I know it's hard a lot of times for other people, but for me, I make a very thick distinction between those two. Yeah. And I'm going to continue talking about it. I'm sorry if it makes people think that. I hope you don't, but I am going to keep discussing and talking about this stuff. Yeah. Because it's part of the game. So we got to talk about it. I love the games.
And that's Rook's Walk.
Yep, just me. You brought Nev coffee.
I brought an excuse. Spite thought I should talk to her. Well, not just Spite, but
I am so sorry. So, by the way, I had to raise the text on my YouTube chat and blow it up to the size of a freaking small planetoid so I could see it properly. So I only see like 4 lines of chat. Apparently that guy was not talking to me. I'm sorry about that. He was not calling me a bigot. He was talking to someone else in chat. I only saw like 4 messages. I'm sorry about that. That's totally on me. I apologize. That's me. I'm sorry. And for the record, I've now fixed my YouTube chat. If quick note. And I know this is weird and this is so strange. And I even feel weird saying this. I'm sorry. I'm gonna do some push-ups for this. I am. But please try to keep the political side of this out of chat. Please feel free to discuss the tone, feel free to discuss how it fits in the game, that kind of stuff. But please, the issue itself, no offense, we don't care what you think about that. That's not what we do here. So if we could, thank you. Thank you. Lots of other places on the internet that would love to hear your opinion on that. Love to. Not here. Thank you. Okay, cool.
Only good with knives.
Thank you.
We weren't ready for pie.
Cryptic pie talk? Isn't that intriguing? Did you make me coffee?
I always make coffee.
He had lines prepared when I came in. He thought I was you.
I will say, I do really like that they have, this is a BD3 to this too. I really like that you have companions going after each other if the player does not like go after. I like that. That's cool.
Rook.
Points for that.
You're not helping.
Don't be so sure.
Well,
that is very
you have the
immersive.
coffee, and you probably have a case or something, so...
You overthink the plan, but you show up anyway. You find me at midnight just to talk. Maybe I like that. Maybe I like...
Really?
Right.
I think we should
you've
go.
got this.
Thank you. Good call, Alex.
You know I won't make your life easy.
Did BD3 do that?
Don't make anything easy.
But you do make it better.
No, it wasn't.
Well, don't use your charm all at once.
I have more than that. I hope.
They both approve. I bet they do. I thought in BG3 that they would get together if you didn't. Maybe that wasn't BG3. There was another game where they specifically would get together if you did not get with them. Which game was that? It was one of the RPGs we played relatively recently. It's not Mass Effect. Garrus and Tali would get together. I remember that. I think it was one we played. I want to say, was it a CRPG? It wasn't Garrus and Tali. Oh, did Inquisition do it? Maybe Inquisition did it. Yeah, okay. Maybe I'm thinking of Inquisition. Yeah, that might be it. Mm-hmm. Wait, we have another quest from Davin. Okay. Did Wrath the Righteous do it?
Rook,
I don't remember.
I had an idea.
Corey, thank you.
I figured it's a good time to check in with Eldrin. See how his Griffin training is coming along. Want to come with me to Arlathan?
Sounds like a plan.
I would love to.
It'll be good to see those feathery faces again.
Beauteous. Oh, we got to do Emmerich's quest too. That's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, Corey Kamek, thank you so much for subbing on YouTube, man. I really do appreciate it. The subs on YouTube are super appreciated because I'm working towards emotes on there. So thank you for those that have been doing that. That's been awesome. Very much appreciated. Also, Canid. Yeah, thank you for that. I saw that earlier. Thank you.
Found some more relics.
All right, gonna go up to Davron. Been following you a while. Wanted to join before PoE 2. Can't wait, dude. I know. I'm so excited for Monday. You guys get to play for 2 days before I get back. I'm so jealous. But man, it is. I can't wait to get back and play. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Oh no, Katie. I'm talking about the emotes on YouTube. Yeah, they gotta fix the emote system on YouTube. It's really heavy-handed. They gotta make it easy to use like Twitch with tab completion and not using colons and yeah, man. They gotta fix all that stuff.
I wonder if griffins can be trained.